Let's go. 7:30 Wednesday night. Y'all know the routine. 7:30 Wednesday night. 7:30 Wednesday night. Y'all know the routine. Let's get it. Let me get my man Prez in the room. So yo, missed y'all last week, man. I'm apologizing ahead of time. I had some things to do. Somebody got to pay these bills. But anyway, let's get my man Prez in the room. Sean, where you at? Let's go ahead and start this up. We are the Boys Club every 7:30 Wednesday night. We in the building. You know what it is, the realest relationship talk on the internet. So I'm gonna get my boy Prez in here. We can get it started right up.
I'm gonna add you in today, but you gotta listen to the topics first, Sid. Sean, what up?
Rich, what up, kid?
Ain't nothing. Ready?
Okay,
Ready.
you back in business or what?
I'm back in business, man. I was mad last week. I had to miss it, but you know what I'm saying. Somebody gotta pay these bills.
That's right. That's right. Oh, what's up, everybody? Rich, let's give him a few minutes. Yo, you gotta have been getting wild people calling you. I had people DMing me, hit me. Like, people was finding my email address. I'm like, yo, how y'all tracking me down like this? Like, where's the Boys Club? We want the Boys Club.
Yo, shout out to Antoinette. Antoinette was mad at me. She was like, yo, you didn't tell us. I said, yo, I did. She was like, I had me and my girls we was locked in. I said, yo, shout out Antoinette, yo.
Nah, Antoinette be on it. But Antoinette hit me yesterday. I'm like, come on, Antoinette, you know we do this Wednesday nights, not Tuesday. But I had, real talk. I don't know if people having Boys Club withdrawal or what, because I had so many people hit me yesterday. I had to literally look at my calendar like, yo, like did I miss Tuesday? Like I thought today was Tuesday.
Facts.
Right?
My shit was lit up. I was like, yo, what y'all talking about? So, but nah, we in the building. Tonight is the right night. We here, 7:30 p.m. Eastern, like we do it every Wednesday. You know what I mean? It's a good time, man. I miss y'all.
Before we get started, please do me a favor, everybody. Tell a friend right now. Please tag somebody. If you know somebody can benefit from these conversations, if you've been telling somebody, yo, you got to check out the Boys Club on Wednesday night, please tag as many people as you can right now. We need to really populate this thing and get this thing blown up. Shout to my man, I am Joe Paul, always support. Shout to, our day ones, week over week, who's always back with us. So, let's tag people. Let's let them know we on 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Wednesday nights. Rich Dollars, Sean Prez. It's just relationship talk from a man's point of view, but it is very unfiltered and it's very grown talk. Like, this ain't that kid talk. This is grown talk. Okay, Richie D, you ready?
Let's go.
All right, like, I'm almost mad that we got to start the show here, but we missed last week, so we have to. What's your boy? Nick Cannon, baby number 10. We could spend 1 second on, but I have to bring it up because it's there, it's out in the open. Your girl, what's the girl? Vivica Fox, the one that 50 Cent used to date. She weighed in on it, and
so that's Vivica's claim to fame. Is 50 Cent used to date her. So not all those movies. It's just a chick. Okay, okay.
I didn't even realize that, but I guess so. That's what came to my mind at first. But Vivica Fox, she weighed in on it, and she had some real talk. She was just like, yo, especially within the African American community, our young men, especially young sons and daughters, they need a father figure. And she's like, yo, everybody out there talking about he got money, he could pay. But this thing is about time. This thing is about literally being there for your children. And she's just like, I don't know how humanly possible he can be there for 10 kids. And before I pass it to you, Rich, I want to believe he got an 11th on the way. So this is just getting crazy.
Yeah.
Excuse me?
He do have an 11. It's 11.
He has an 11th on the way, right?
Yeah, he just had one and he getting ready to have another one. Yeah.
Exactly. Like, but go ahead.
I'm not even going to spend a lot of time on this. You know, that's my guy. At this point, I'm gonna have to just be quite honest. I'm starting to think that it's the women's fault. Like I'm starting to think after a while, if you know what the trend is and you know what's going on, and you choose to put yourself in that position, this man is not doing anything to these women. These women are having these babies. This is probably, I think I almost want to feel like it's an arrangement. So I'm gonna have to, at this point, blame the women. If you know, like this dude's not sneaking up on nobody no more. Like he's not sneaking up on nobody. Like this is 11th baby. All of them are being publicized. All of them are in the blogs. All of them are out there, and you know exactly what's going on. You see how he's been moving since baby number 4, 3, 2, whatever. It's after Mariah. This is like I cannot at this point blame him. I have to blame the women, and I have to blame society, because these women have foregone the opportunity to have a real baby father. Because like you said, like Vivica said, at some point, like you can't be a father like to these kids. And it's like I would use Peter as an example. Corey's 30-something years old, bro. Corey's 32 years old, I think. And then the next one under that is Chinky, and I think she's 27. So this guy got 11 kids roughly all the same age. Like, it's like you're not even spread out. Like, it's not even like, yo, Ashley's 23 and grown and gone. And then Taylor's 18 and he's on his way out the door. And now you have some more and you can father them. You have 11 kids that's like essentially all the same age, with the exception of the 2 that Mariah got. You know what I'm saying? They're a little bit older, but all the rest of these kids came in the last 2-3 years. And you just out here, and it's the women. It's financial, because these women see a paycheck, and that's what's going on. They're grabbing the check. And 2, they're allowing it to happen, bro. Like after the first 5, you'd be like, yo, Nick, man, come on. But now it's just like, yo, you can do as much as you let them do. You can, like kids is going to do as much. Men, women, anybody in the whole wide world is going to do as much as you let them do. So if all these beautiful women want to have all these kids for financial reasons or clout purposes or whatever whatever it may be, bro, I can't even explain it at this point. But I can't blame him anymore. He's not sneaking up on anybody. Like this is a common, like this is a conscious effort that they spoke about. Like, yo, I'm gonna bang you, I'm going to bust him, I'm gonna shoot up the club, and I'm gonna see you in 9 months, and I'll put you with the rest of them. And they're like, okay, cool, sounds good to me. So I can't even get mad at dude no more. I can't.
You can't get mad at Nick. You can't, right? And even as you were talking, I'm trying to think, where do I go with this? Because truth be told, Rich, you and me are having this conversation every other month at this point. Like, it has gotten to the point that once a quarter, we're talking about Nick Cannon having another child. And I'm so wore out with it, I don't even know what to say. So you say, yo, at this point, I blame the women. Once upon a time, I told you I blame society. Do I still? And the reason I said I blame society, because this stuff is being normal. This ain't normal. And it's being normalized and accepted in society, and especially within our culture. And I'm sick that this is it's a black man, right? Because we already got it bad enough. We from a societal standpoint, they're always going to label us as deadbeats. Doesn't matter how many men are really doing their thing, how many men are taking care of their family, how many men are real fathers to their child. The common perception of the black man is they make these babies, they got babies all over town, and they don't take care of them. So now you have a man who's making babies all over town, but he can afford to take care of them. But is he any better than a man who's doing it and can't afford to take care of them? Because when it really comes down to it, he don't have no time for these kids. This man is hosting The Masked Singer. He got podcasts. This man, like, okay, everybody's talking about he can afford to take care of him. That means he has to work. So where is he getting the time? And I think that we're normalizing craziness within our society and within our community, and I mean community of color. And I just think that this ain't normal. I hate that these women are willing, to your point, they're willingly participating in this. I hate that they are showing young, impressionable girls that it's okay to have kids in exchange for being taken care of. Like, that's the trade-off. Have the kid. Doesn't matter if he's around, but you're going to be taken care of. It don't matter if he spends any time with you. Matter of fact, I'm going to go one better for you, Rich. They're saying have the kid and know he ain't going to be with you tomorrow night. He came in just long enough to impregnate you, get a nut, but you're fine with knowing he is across town today impregnating someone else.
I didn't even say that.
When
I didn't even go
this
into that.
become normal? When did, like, and every time I think of these mothers who are doing these photo shoots with him, what is the signal that y'all are sending out to our daughters? What are the signals that you're sending out to our sons? So when our sons come of age, and maybe they don't have Nick Cannon kind of money, but they got Nick Cannon mentality. And I can go from here to there to there to there, make these babies, and I actually expect that all of you women should be cool with me sharing myself. Like, once upon a time, I mean, men cheating, that's been going on from day one. But a chick will claw your eyes out. You come home and have a pot of grits thrown on you, especially, God forbid, you bring a baby home. What happens when kids grow up and our sons are doing this? Oh, I got it. It was okay. Y'all, as society, y'all said it was okay. Women, y'all backed him. Y'all said he can afford it, so why not? Men, y'all backed him. Nobody condemned this behavior. I just, I think it's bigger than, the way I look at it, Rich, it's bigger than just the women's fault at this point, and I do agree it is their fault, for sure. Like you have no value on yourself. You have no value on what a family, like in a traditional sense, maybe this is their family. Maybe this harem he has, they all move as a family. I don't know. But I think it sends the wrong signal out to the world. I am afraid to death for young daughters and young sons who are watching this, like y'all's kids. Like, literally, whoever's watching this program, whoever's listening to it on podcast, if you have young children, they're seeing this. And if it ain't being condemned, what do you think they're going to do? I just think it's terrible, Rich, but that's my thoughts.
You said something that I hadn't even tapped on, and that was the whole, like, how do you, as a woman, like, watch a man who just impregnated you literally go across the street and impregnate somebody else and literally publicize it? Like, Like, it's not a hidden thing. It's not a secret. He's not sneaking. Like, what type of self-esteem, what kind of issues, what kind of sociological, psychological bullshit you got going on in your head that you're okay with this nigga laying on top of you, doing what he do, and then going across the street and doing it to someone else. And all of y'all are good with it. Like, all of y'all are good with it to the point where some of these women are having multiple. They're so good with it that they having multiple.
The woman who just had his 10th child, this is his 3rd child with her. So Rich, you're leaving out the most important word is it's not even that they're good. They're giving their blessing. They're saying like you have my blessing. Go do it. I know where you at tonight. I know the 3rd Wednesday in every month is my night. So I'll see you then. But here's the crazy part with nobody's asking. I wonder, are any of these chicks got niggas? I wonder, like, I know they're having his
Wow.
kids, but
Wow,
I
that's interesting.
wonder if they got niggas that are like right? Like, you ever think about that?
Very nah. You just opened my eyes to that. You just opened my eyes to that. That's very, very interesting. Oh, these girls got niggas that's spending this nigga's money. How about that? So these girls got other dudes that's spending this dude's money. In that case, these other dudes is like, have that baby, because me and you are good moving forward. Wow, Sean. I didn't even, you know what? Kudos.
Rich, I would love to know the inner workings of his circle of chicks, because I can't believe you're seeing this man just when he want to smash, have his kid, and you're being loyal and faithful and waiting for him to come around once a month to see you. I really wonder if it's some bonehead nigga who's like, oh, it's the 3rd Wednesday of the month. Oh, I know that's Nick's night. Okay, baby, I'll see you tomorrow. Like,
yo, money make people do things. Remember that movie? There was a movie a long time ago. I think it was Tom Cruise and the other dude, Robert Redford, or one of them dudes, where he was like, how much money does it take for you to let me sleep with your wife? You remember that movie?
Indecent Proposal.
Indecent Proposal.
Woody Harrelson and Robert Redford.
Woody Harrelson was it. Bro, people do whatever for the bag, bro. It's just it's at what cost. It's not about will you, it's about how much will it take for me to. And that's what these women are right now. That's what they are absolutely 100% out here putting in the atmosphere. They will do it because it's a bag. And there's a man who wants to fuck with that woman, who will let this man lay down on top of his old lady because he knows it's a bag. And that's an indictment on today's society, bro. That's an indictment on your ego. That's an indictment on everything you stand for as a man, and not just a man, but as a woman. That's an indictment on where we are today. And I say this every week, and everybody be like, oh, you hating, you so melodramatic. That's an indictment on our society, Sean. It's an indictment, man, because that's where we are today. That's where we are today. That people will do these things and not just do them and act like this is the craziest thing in the world, but fucking normalize them. Normalize them. Like what? Like people are like, I'm looking at the comments. You know me, I read the people are like, yo, what are you talking about? Like he getting to these women are getting to the bag. Really?
People are actually saying that?
What?
Yo, stop reading these comments, Rich.
No, man.
It's gonna drive me crazy to hear this.
I got to. But there's a lot of women that's saying that they don't stand for it. But I'm looking at some of these comments, and just the fact that I've seen at least 5 of them that are like, yo, you hating. These bitches getting to the bag. This nigga getting to the bag. Like what? Like what? Whatever, man. Whatever.
Well, if anybody out there know any of his baby mothers, we would love to have them on the show. Not him, but them. I really want to know if they got men. I really want to know, what do they take to, what do they do when this man is not creeping in at 2, 3 in the morning, smashing, getting them pregnant? Like how do they live their life? Is it
And the crazy
arrangement?
thing is, if y'all, and I'm looking at the comments, and I'm gonna continue to look at the comments, but if y'all have something that y'all want to say, no, for real. If y'all want to get in here and you want to address this, and you feel like you can defend this, and you are going, and your opinion is different than what Sean and I are expressing, then please feel free to hit the plus button at the bottom, and we will get to you in due time. I promise you.
You can get in now. We could switch up the format of the show. You can get in now if you got a different opinion. Because that is, I would actually love to hear from a grown woman, not a grown man, a grown woman that thinks that this is okay. I would love to hear. So if you got a comment, please jump up in here. We'll switch the format of the show tonight.
Moniece is in here. She's on the plus thing. So Moniece, what is just give me a 5-word synopsis of your opinion before I let you in here and we change this up. Are you in agreement with me and Sean, or you have a difference of opinion? Because I mean, we haven't been here in 2 weeks. I kind of want to get to the topics. So when Moniece pops up, I'll
all right, let's get to the topics. Let's switch subjects, all right? Because you just said a mouthful. I forgot. We were off last week. It's a lot going on. Okay. This one should put you on fire. Your man Tyrese had his day in court yesterday, him and his estranged wife. And he went from paying, and I want to get this right, he went from paying $2,000 a month in child support to, as of yesterday, $10,690 a month in child support.
What was the original number?
2,000. Two. Not you. You got two.
Okay.
So the judge, and chew on this for a second, a black man lectured Tyrese, told him this was not a punishment. It wasn't punitive. I want you to take care of your children and love your children, and y'all two raise a wonderful child together. I guess I got to ask you, Rich, number one, Tyrese can afford it. He can. Oh, and just before I even pass it to you, his oldest child that he loves to death, he's always talking about, he's paying her mother $10,000. So this is the second child that he has that he's paying $10,000. So now he's 20 plus. Is this fair? And if it ain't fair, how much is too much when it comes to child support?
Okay. I'm going to say this. I'm going to keep it short and sweet. Your income, I get it. You're making whatever. I don't know what Tyrese's numbers are. I'm sure they're pretty decent. I'm sure he's making millions. $10,000 a month, $120,000 a year.
Hold on. Don't take away the $690.
Okay, so 10,000, 112 is 120, and then 6,090 is another 2690, and then you put 2 on that, right? So then you put another 1380 on that. So he's paying about almost $130,000 a year in support. Bro, you can't, in any world, in any scenario, in any good conscience, tell me that any baby, any child, any adult child from 0 to 21 is spending that kind of money. It's not warranted, bro. It's not warranted. And I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what any judge says. $10,000 a month is exorbitant. That's tax-free money. That is putting this woman in a whole six figure. People work their whole lives to make six figures. And you are making six figures for free, for sitting on your ass, and that's not having to do anything else. Like, a baby is a 50-50 venture, bro. A baby is a 50-50 venture. You can say, you could, used to be able to get an abortion, but now it might be a little bit more difficult. But $10,000, $10,600 a month is exorbitant, Sean. I don't care. I don't care if I'm a man, if you're a woman and you're being fair about this and you're being honest with yourself, there's no way you can justify it. That's what I call a fucking money grab, bro. That's a money grab. You shouldn't even want that kind of money. That means that at that point, what is your motivation to do anything with your life at that point? If you're getting $10,600 a month from me to because you have a baby, what is your motivation to do anything in life except for sit on your ass and fucking social media stalk and do ignorant shit? Like, that means, like, you gotta, like, why am I giving you that much money? Because that much money means that you're sitting at home and you're not working and you're spending my money doing other things, which means that you don't need a sitter. You don't need anything else. You don't need any child care. You don't need anything, because I just essentially made it so you never have to leave the house. That baby should be on your fucking hip all day long, every day. Fucking homeschool that kid for $10,000 a month. That kid should not have, that baby need to be on your side every day. People work freaking their whole lives and make $40,000 a year, bro. The annual median income in America right now is probably close to, overall in the whole 50 states, 52 provinces, whatever, is probably $50,000, $60,000. And I'm doubling that for you. You can't, and there's no school, and I don't care, your son just graduated from the house. And that 1 year of Tyrese's money is 2 years. Like, what are you talking about? Like, what are we talking about here? Like you can go to a school, like, I don't even understand it. I don't even understand it. And I don't even understand how anybody could justify it. And don't tell me about the life that you live, that you need to be able to extract that same life once the father's not in the picture no more. For like, come on, bro. Like, you're like these niggas out here is getting extorted, man. These niggas out here is getting extorted, and it ain't fair, bro. It ain't fair, and that's my opinion on that. And it is gonna be what it is, because I just can't. You can live a good life. A child could live a good life at $5,000 a month tax free. That's still $60,000, and to be quite frank, it's $1,600 less than I was paying. So let's talk about it. Let's fucking talk about it. And I know what that does. I know what that does. I know, because I was paying half of what he paid, and I know what that does. I know what that amount of money allows the baby mother to do. I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying. Just because you have a baby doesn't mean you just get a free ticket for the next 21 years. Like, you just had a baby with a celebrity or something, and you a nigga that got a bag, and you just feel like, oh, okay, I'm good for the next 21 years. And then I'm gonna stash some of this money that he giving me aside, and I'll probably be good for the next 40 years. Come on, man. It's not fair, bro. It's not fair.
I asked you a second part to that question. How much is too much?
You don't need, okay, so it should be different in cities and states. Like, if you want your kid to go to Dalton, and Dalton costs $30,000 a year, and that, then that stuff adds up. Like, you go, private school in New York is much different than private school in Mississippi, right? So it's all relative. But at the end of the day, $3,000, $4,000 a month gives you $50,000 a year. think $50,000 a year should be a cap, no matter how much you make.
You know, Rich, I agree with you. I'll start there. I think it disgusts me. Let me start here, right? It disgusts me that a male African American judge was the one that imposed this type of number on Tyrese. So let's start there, right?
Mm-hmm.
It disgusts me because it's like, yo, come on, man. Like, you're a man. You gotta know. You gotta know. There ain't no kid in the world spending no $10,000 a month. Now, I didn't get a chance, Rich, but this is Tyrese's ex-wife. It wasn't a jump off. It was his ex-wife.
So is part of that money alimony?
No. So I wanted to know, like I had to do my due diligence. Is part of this spousal support?
Right.
And I found out it was only child support. So then I wanted to know, what does she do for a living? And I know she's a professional. I don't know what type of professional is. If people know what type of professional is, educate me. I just like to know. But where I'm going with this is, when is the woman's income taken into consideration? This woman ain't no slouch. This woman ain't somebody who's making $7.35 an hour. She's not a person that you walk into Subway or McDonald's and she's standing behind the counter talking about, can I take your order?
Somebody
From
said
what I
she's a social
understand,
worker. Somebody said she's a therapist, a social worker's therapist.
okay, but from what I understand, she's the real deal. She's not. She's like I thought she was a lawyer, but I didn't want to speak out of turn. At what point does, and this is a touchy subject, you know it and I know it. But I think where I landed with this after really thinking about it, because I do believe, yo, you a brother, take care of your child. I don't have no problem with child support. God knows I don't. Take care of your child. Children deserve to be well taken care of. But I don't think that it should be a blanket, it's you make X, Y, and Z so you can afford it. Nah. Let's really look at some of the things that Rich just brought up. The kid wants to go to this school, the kid wants to do, because it's child support. It ain't mother support. It is child support. You want to live in this neighborhood, maybe there's a portion of the rent that I pay or a portion of the mortgage, whatever it might be. And then we back into a number. But my biggest problem with child support as it stands, women are given the green light to pick a dude who's financially good and say, I can hit the jackpot if I just get pregnant by him. In Tyrese's case, he was married. But do you know how many women are sleeping with these football players? I mean, you and me right here on this show talked about a woman who literally poured Drake's semen that was left over from a condom that he put hot sauce in and burnt her vaginal walls up because she just wanted to have a baby and a payday. Like, it's absurd. And when I see these types of rulings, it only gives people more of a motivation to be dishonest. It gives people more of a motivation to look at somebody as my ticket out. This is if after you hit a certain amount, it's no longer about the child. It's not. It's no. I don't care how much the person makes. And I brought up earlier, what does the woman do? Because I'll never forget when Eddie Murphy had the baby with Scary Spice. This is the woman from Spice Girls. She was a judge on America's Got Talent or whatever one of them shows. She's a multi-millionaire. He had to pay $50,000 a month.
Insane.
When do you take her income into consideration? Like, okay, so you want the kid to go to the best schools, you want the kid to live in a nice address, it's all taken care of because mama got it. So now the child support
in 1 year though.
Excuse me?
It's taken care of in 1 year.
In 1 year.
$600,000 I just paid for you to 4 years of college, high school, and everything else.
So it's so crazy, and I think that these laws need to be changed. That a woman's income absolutely should be taken into consideration. You telling me Scary Spice needed an extra $50,000 a month? Like, because she had a baby with Eddie Murphy? She dated him for a year? Like when is her income taken into consideration? It's ridiculous. And I ain't met a baby yet that needed $10,000 a month, let alone 50. All this does is give people a motivation, and I'm trying to choose my words as wisely as I can. It gives them a motivation to be dishonest. It gives them a motivation to go out there and essentially you are sticking somebody up. You are legally sticking somebody up. So it's just crazy to me, man. I just think it's disgusting. And, you know, I think Tyrese, in his case, can he afford an extra 120? I don't know. Like, here's a deal, Rich. You don't know what my finances is. I don't know what your finances is. People look at that top line number and they, wasn't Tyrese in Transformers? Like, wasn't Tyrese in this movie and that movie? Didn't he have a gold album? I don't know what Tyrese's expenses are. I do know he's paying $120,000 for his older daughter. Now, extra 120 for his younger or 130 for his younger. I just don't know, Rich. I think it's disgusting. I just think it's disgusting, bro.
It is disgusting. And somebody just put something here and it said, how about Britney Spears? Yo, this applies the same for Britney Spears.
Absolutely.
Same concept. We talking about it from a man's point of view, so I'm not talking about it from a woman's point of view. But Britney Spears' baby father is a piece of shit. Kevin Federline, I think his name is, right?
Yeah.
That guy is a piece of shit.
Oh, Rich, I'm so happy. I don't know who brought up Kevin Federline. No, who brought up Britney Spears? But and I'm sorry to cut you off, Rich. I'm gonna give it right back to you. But this ain't got nothing to do with we're talking. This is two men talking. This has to do with the way child support is allocated. And I don't know what Kevin Federline, how much child support he's getting, but I know he's getting enough that he has not held a job in the last 20 years. And that's the problem.
Somebody tell us right now what Kevin Federline gets. I don't care if it takes us until the 20 minutes. Somebody right under there, because I felt like he was getting like an inordinate, like $80,000 number, like an Eddie Murphy number.
But it's to your point, Rich. It's to your point where you were saying they get this money. What is your motivation to go out there and work? He's the exact example you were talking about. To the T. Like she stopped his growth.
So now with my support or whoever, so you sitting at home supporting your boyfriend's fucking rap career and you're doing all this other shit. And this is disgusting, bro. Like, come on, man. Come on, bro. Like, come on, like you can't, like that's not fair. Like my thing is not to support you and your other children. My thing is not to support. Yo, Sean, I know people. Kevin Federline gets $20K a month. I know people who refuse, who want to get married. And you know, when you get married, the first thing you usually do is adopt a child if there's another child involved. If you're marrying a woman, you want to get married, then you usually adopt that woman's child and she adopts your child. That's part of the process. People are not doing that anymore because if you adopt a child, then you don't get the support anymore. Kevin Federline gets $60K a month, bro.
How much?
$60K a month.
You know,
$720,000 a year to be a baby daddy. And you're a man. And you're a man. Because I'm a man, there's no way if my ego would allow me, even if I was married to Britney Spears, but 60K, I'm taking money from a woman. I'm having a woman, like I'm a man. As a man, you grew up to be a provider. And now you're taking money from your baby moms. And you're a stay-at-home dad. And you're taking baby mom's money. And you don't even do anything in your, bro, come on, man. Come on, let's stop. Let's stop, bro. Like, come on.
It's disgusting. It's disgusting. But again, it is a license. It's matter of fact, I'm gonna change my word. It really stunts your growth. That man is a rapper. That man is a DJ. He probably the best dad on the on the planet, as he should. Nigga, if you getting $60,000 a month, if those kids have any complaints against you, any, like every waking moment of your life should be tending to them kids. Are you kidding me? And I'm not even a Britney Spears fan.
Nah, you should be ashamed of yourself, bro. Man and woman, man or woman, you should be ashamed of yourself, especially that man. That man, I don't know about that man, bro.
All right, let's switch topics.
But go ahead.
I'm sorry, kid. Go ahead.
Nah, go ahead. As a man, I'm disgusted. But go ahead.
Let's switch topics for a second. Go to something. We touched on this topic a while ago, but I got to bring it back up. And I'll tell you why in a second. I asked you, and I'm sure right now I'm about to get as much hate in the comments. And just remember, Sean Press don't read the comments. So y'all can hate all day. I won't see it. But we talked about this in one of our earlier shows. I asked you a very, very specific question, and I'm going to say it again. If a woman is above 35, has no kids, has never been married, from a man's point of view, do men look at this woman like there is a reason she's single? There's a reason why she can't find a man. There's a reason why nobody slipped up in 35 plus years to put a baby in you. There's a reason why you ain't walking around, never been proposed to. You are the problem. I'm not saying that you're the problem. I'm saying how men view you. Richie.
35 plus with no children, never been married.
Never been married. What is a man saying about that woman? Or is he meeting her somewhere and saying, thank my lucky stars, I found a good one. This woman is the diamond that has been hidden up under all this dirt, and finally I'm the one that uncovered it.
Okay.
You know damn well what niggas be saying. I don't know what's taking so long.
I know what they be saying, but I'm trying to be open-minded to this because it's a new day. If I meet somebody 35 years old with no children and never been married, something wrong with you. You crazy. and we just ain't discovered that level of crazy yet because we ain't gotten to that point. But there's a reason that niggas run away. There's a reason that you have not found that person, right? Now, devil's advocate. It's a different day. Niggas is out here playing games. Niggas is like, it's a different day. Like, for me in my age group, at that time of my life, if I met a woman at 35, you ain't never had no children, you're crazy. You're crazy. You're Luco. Niggas is in the barbershop talking about you because you're the crazy girl on the block that everybody know about. If that's who you are. But today, not so sure no more. I'm not so sure no more. With the undercover, with the game plan, with the access that people have, with all that's going on now. I read something the other day that they said that if this is the generation of people not having babies at all. Did you see that?
No.
And if there's something about people not having babies at all, and at this rate, if people keep having babies at the lack of rate that we're having them now, this world would lose like billion people in the next something years. It was insane. I gotta look it up, but nobody's having babies anymore. And I think it has a lot to do with the society that we live in today. So again, in my age group, in your age group, if somebody says something and you met a girl and you was 35 years old and no kids, no nothing, I'm talking about her in the barbershop, and I'm guaranteed that everybody in the barbershop is like, oh yeah, that's Crazy Betty from project number 625. That girl, she's a nutcase, bro. I seen her bust dudes' windows out. I seen her climb up in niggas' bathroom. I seen all that crazy shit. But today, I'm not so sure anymore, Sean. I'm not so sure anymore.
Okay. I'm being open-minded just like you, but I'm going to start by saying in our age group, when we were coming up, absolutely. You meet a chick, 35 plus. I don't care if the woman look like Halle Berry. I don't care if she the baddest chick on planet Earth. You are looking at her skeptical and you're waiting for her to reveal her crazy, because there's no way at this age, 35 and up, God forbid you hit 40. God forbid I meet you and we go out on our first date and you wearing it like a badge of honor. I ain't never been married. I ain't got no kids. This, that, and the third, blah, blah, blah. Like, nigga, don't try to turn this around. You like, don't try to spin this and put a silver lining on your crazy. 100%. But I am well aware that we are living in an age where we got boss bees. We got chicks out there who are about their money. We got women out there who are foregoing family and relationships because they are trying to get to the bag. They realize, yo, I can only move at this pace for X amount of time, and I'm going to do what I got to do. I'm not waiting on a man. I am trying to get my own. So I'm well aware that there's a whole crop of women out there who they're putting off their families for their professional life. No different than men have been doing since the beginning of time, right? But you and me both have been around them same chicks, and them 40 roll around and they say, oh, damn, I got it all. I got the career. I got the VP and the president's stripes. I got money in the bank. I got the respect when I walk in a building. It was something I forgot. Yo, I never had a kid. I'm going home and it's just cats there. I'm public success, but privately I'm a failure. And I know my time is running out, and now I gotta hurry up and get me somebody that is either gonna put a ring on it, put something in my stomach while I can still have kids, and do it without IVF and everything else. And that's when it turns into what we talk about on the show all the time, insert man here. But I digress. I asked you this question because, and I think we answered this, Lolo Jones. You familiar with Lolo Jones? Olympian? No, Lolo Jones.
Oh, okay. The soccer girl.
Did she start off as soccer?
I don't know. I know you're talking about.
Okay. She is probably the most famous virgin in America. Never had sex. Look her up. I don't know if you got your tablet next to you. Look her up. You know who she is. Mm-hmm. She's been on about 4 different Olympic teams. Bad chick. But she went on social media. I'm turning 40. I now got to freeze my eggs. I can't find a man to take me serious. The dating pool out here is trash. When I was 30, I thought I had time. I was doing my Olympic thing, the whole 9. And she's adamant she don't want to just sleep with anybody. I'm waiting for God to send me Mr. Right. And if you look at this woman, you'll understand why I set the conversation up the way I did. She is very accomplished. To make 4 different Olympic teams, you gotta be accomplished. She has money and she has the looks to go with it. And according to her, she's a virgin. But she's also 40. Now what? So when I read the article, matter of fact, I didn't even have to read the article. She went on social media, posting herself, freezing her eggs, crying, talking about, I cannot find a man to save my life. And every time I tell a man I'm a virgin and I want to wait for marriage, men are out. No, they playing around, and the woman looks the part. This ain't no ugly woman. She looked the part. So I gotta go back to the original question. Is she the problem? Because on paper, she got it all right. Like what? You're 40, you're virgin, you never been married, no kids, and you're famous, and got money? What's your thoughts? Because it took me back to this conversation.
I know who Lolo Jones is. She is bad. But just because she's bad and she's an amazing athlete. So first of all, to be at that level of athlete, you have to sacrifice some things, right? So she wanted to sacrifice her personal life. And then every 4 years, and track and field is different. You got to qualify. You got to be out there. You got to run a certain amount of meets every year and all that kind of shit. So having a baby would have set her back. But I understand it, like other people did it. I mean, they might have did it towards the end of their career, but they did it. Florence Joyner, all of them. Long story long, I can't tell you. I don't know. That doesn't make sense to me. But I'm telling you, as a man in his 40s, if a girl 40 years old tell me she's a virgin and she's went into a marriage, I'm shucking you the deuces too. Because I mean, I'm not 21 years old. I'm not playing this game with you. Like I'm not even going to attempt to play this game with you. You tell me you're a virgin and 40 years old, bitch. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Like you don't even sound like it's not even having. I'm not even going to pretend like I'm going to even indulge in this conversation with you. You 40 something. You 30 years old. You told me you a virgin. You wait until you have married, till you get married. I'm a grown man. I want to have sex. So if that's not what you want to do, then that would definitely cut down your dating pool. Telling the nigga that you 40 years old and you ain't trying to do nothing, that will definitely.
We can't hear you.
You hear me now?
I can hear
Scott
you now.
Cisco keep calling my phone, man. So anyway, that would definitely eliminate the dating pool for sure, for sure. So with that being said, I don't know, shorty. I can't go into her mind. 40 years old, you a virgin, love, good luck. Good luck. Like I understand, like I understand. I get it, but good luck. Like I'm not indulging in that conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like you like, and I don't know what your expectations are, but it just sounds like you crazy to me. And I don't know Lolo Jones from a can of paint, but you don't have a man, you never had kids, you're a virgin, you want to get married, but then again, you're 40 years old. What what are we doing here? Like, I'm not even gonna play this game with you. At that age, I'm not playing this game with you. So I can imagine that she's not gonna have a lot of people. And I can imagine that niggas are gonna walk away from her. Because it just seems like, and I don't even know what her expectations of a man are. Like it just seems to me like she has in her mind what she wants. And she thinks that I don't see a compromise. I guess what I'm saying is that in order for you to be in a relationship, there's gotta be some compromise. And this doesn't seem like there's any compromise. I'm 40 already. I'm a track and field star. I'm high profile. I don't want to have sex until I'm married. And I'm out here deciding what exactly I like, what exactly who you are. Where's the compromise? Like, okay, so now what are you giving up? Like, what are you doing? What am I? It sounds like I'm making all the compromises here. Like, it sounds like I'm dating an old ass bitch that's 40 years old that ain't trying to give me no box. And then I gotta sit around and watch you. Come on, man. Like, there's no compromise. Like, girl, if you don't knock it off and get out my face, and I don't give a fuck how fine she is. I'm just keeping it a buck. I'm just saying, bro.
Yo, okay, so this is a dope conversation. Let me see what time it is. We pull it up on an hour. Yo, once upon a time, meeting a chick with a low body count was a desirable thing. Like that was something that niggas was like, you mess around and catch a chick and she ain't been hit by the whole football team, like you thought you did it. Like so you saying a virgin, like forget a low body count, a straight up, like I ain't never been touched. That is not desirable?
At 40? Bro, there's a such thing as above and beyond. Like there's a such thing as above and beyond, bro. Like, are we serious right now?
Yeah.
Like, no,
okay,
for real.
Some composed. Go ahead, Rich.
No, I'm just saying, for real. Are you serious right now?
I'm dead serious, because this is a real conversation. Yeah.
At 16, 17, 18, you like, oh shit, I got a virgin. At 40? I don't want no 40-year-old virgin. I don't want no 40-year-old virgin. Like, I already got in my mind that at 40 years old, if you tell me you're a virgin, nigga, ain't nobody got time to be teaching you how to give me head at 40 years old. Ain't nobody teach you how to ride me. Ain't nobody teach you none of this shit. At 40 years old, if me and you link up at 40 years old, bitch, you better have some motherfucking experience. I'm not even gonna play this game with you. I'm dead serious, and I'm not even trying to be funny. At 40 years old, you gotta have some experience, man. Now that shit was sexy at 18, and you like, oh, I got me a tenderoni, she a virgin, and we going. Yeah. At 40 years old, man, if you don't get out of here with that shit, girl, I don't want to hear that shit. 40 years old virgin, nigga.
So you saying she part of the problem? Like the fact that she's not putting out, the fact that she is not willing to have premarital sex, she the problem.
Absolutely.
I can't hear you.
Absolutely.
We can't hear you. I can hear you. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. At 40 years old, are you telling me you were still a virgin? You are absolutely the problem. If you're 30 years old and you're a virgin, you are absolutely the problem. 55 and you tell me you're a virgin, I'm questioning if you are the problem.
Okay, I'm gonna make a statement. Then I want to switch topics because it made me think about something else. Um, yo, nigga, you tell him, and this is, I don't know the woman from a can of paint. So when I take what I say, uh, what it take what I say with a grain of salt.
Mhm.
You telling me it ain't no preacher out there? Like it ain't no dude who's in church who been in church his whole life who like she is literally the most famous virgin in America, the most high profile one anyway. You telling me it ain't no dude who's been praying and been literally begging God, send me my wife, that has hit on this woman, that has sent her a DM and said, yo, I love the fact that you could stand here in the public eye and proclaim your virginity. That's why I think it's gotta be her. I could be dead wrong, but you telling me it ain't been no man of God that has ever approached this woman. It's been nobody who would look at that and say, yo, you know what? I respect the fact that you respect yourself enough to hold out till you find the right one. And because of that, I want to put a ring on it. Because of that, I want to be the one to marry you. She had to find a man or two who literally wasn't an athlete, or maybe was an athlete. Who was that basketball player on in LA who was a she need to date that nigga. Used to play with Magic.
Michael Cooper.
Michael Cooper. Like why ain't them two hooked up? Like that nigga was a virgin till he had more gray hair than I had. Talking about yo, I'm a virgin. Like at some point, them two didn't meet. Like it gotta be somebody who's been praying, and because of that, I gotta say, yo, maybe it's just her. Maybe it come back to our original conversation when
Sean,
go ahead.
think about this for a second.
AC Green. That's who it was. That's who it was. Yeah.
Yep. Think about this for a second. You're 30 years old. Fuck that. Think about this for a second. You're 25 years old and you meet a woman and you hanging out and you doing everything. And she like, yo, you not getting none until we get married. I have to respect that. At 25, like, all right, well, she doesn't want her, whatever. But as you get older and you are not married, like you can't maintain the same level of fortitude as you get older. So as you get older, your shit needs to drop. Like you can't come with the same moralistic ass views that you had when you was a baby at 40 years old. You don't make no sense. Like you can't, it's like a man. Like it's just the same thing for a man. You come with all these different, I need this, and my girl gotta have that, and my girl better be this. Nigga, you 40 years old. What make you think you deserve that? Like you getting old too. Like y'all, you up there. Ain't no 40-year-old man gonna be like, ain't no 30-year-old man gonna be like, yo, I'm good, bro. We ain't gotta have sex. You fine as hell too, and I can't touch you? Girl, you better stop. You better stop. You better stop. Come on, man. Like, come on, man. Let's come on. Let's be reasonable. Like, I gotta get some box. Like, you can't play with me like this at this age. Like, I'm supposed to be in the bathroom in the towel because you 30 years old and choose not to play house. Man, stop it. Like, she probably, and for real, some really probably good dudes probably stopped fucking with her. Some good dudes that could have possibly been her husband might have stopped fucking with her. And that's when not compromising goes wrong. At some point, you got to be like, I'm losing all these dudes because they want to smash. I'm not saying you should smash them all, but you might have to reevaluate your stance on virginity or abstinence. If you can't maintain a boyfriend because you don't want to give up nothing, like you might have to reevaluate. Like maybe fuck twice a week, right? Like there's got to be something. Something got to give here.
Yo, but you want to know something, though, Rich? I mean, if it don't exist, they need to create one of them dating apps, like for people who I'm waiting till I get married. Like I'm good with this. Like maybe Christian Mingles. She need to put her name up on that because like it's hard. It's just hard for me to believe that there's not a Christian man that she has met in all these years who wasn't comfortable with waiting. I understand where you're coming from, but everybody don't think like you. There's got to be a Christian man out there who don't mind waiting. Actually, he prefer to wait. Where is that dude in this? Huh?
Do she want him?
But that's what it keeps coming back to when I'm saying maybe the way dudes look at chicks who don't have, because I'm trying to bring the conversation back to our original point. To the original discussion was, do dudes look at women who ain't wifed up, don't have at least one kid, even if you can't stand the baby father, and you 35 plus? Like, are you the problem? And that's something that I guess we'll never know. I would love to get her on the show, but
that would be interesting.
That would be a great conversation because I'm saying like my God, like it gotta be a Christian man out there who this is music to his ears.
She should have found Russell Wilson. She should have found Russell Wilson before Cece.
Why? That's what he was on that too? Yeah, like they both athletes.
But he ain't 40 though.
Listen, because we coming up on that, we just passed the hour mark. I want to ask you something. And this conversation just reminded me, what you just said reminded me, or made me think about something else. 2 weeks ago, I forget the woman's name, but she always sits in on our show, and I'm pretty positive she's probably here tonight. But you pissed her off 2 weeks ago. The chick who was on the train station, she's from LA, and she basically was like, "Yo, I haven't had sex in 7 years." Do you feel the same way? Forget being a virgin, but there's a lot of women who watch our show who done shut that box down, who are practicing abstinence. They are self-imposed, like, yo, I am not giving up the box. I'm good. Like, I don't even get them urges no more. Are they just as bad as a chick who's 40 years old who ain't never had sex?
No, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Go ahead.
Because if you've been having sex and sex has ruined relationships, you've given it up too quickly, you might fall in love with somebody who doesn't love you, you felt like you've been played, you might need to take a step back. Now, I don't know about no 7 years, but I agree with the whole taking a step back, reevaluating, trying to understand where I did wrong, what was going on in my mind, what made this type of things happen. So maybe I need to reassess, get my mind right, and come back strong. So you might take a little time off. All that 4 years and 7 years and all that shit, I don't believe that. I don't believe that either. But at the same time, I do think that it's better to reassess your situation instead of just running out there being promiscuous. So I would rather as a father to as a girl dad, right? I would rather go out. I would rather my daughter be like, let me reassess this shit instead of going the other direction and being like, I've been hurt, I've been bamboozled, I'm fucking everything moving. Because now you're never gonna find it. Because now you're just out here willy nilly and it's never gonna work out for you. But I agree with the step back. 7 years, knock it off. I don't believe Shorty anyway. That's why she's at the fucking train station. And I didn't believe it then, and I don't believe it now. So if she here, you can feel free to come on in and chop it up. But yeah, 7 years, that's nonsense. For a little while, step back, get your mind right, get yourself together. You might want to practice abstinence for a while. You might want to figure out the errors in your ways. And then you go back and you attack again, right? But 7 years, knock it off, bro. 7 years, your shit is dusty and cobwebs and shit. Come on with that old dusty ass box.
All right. Before we let the callers in, I'll give, here's the rules of the game. Everybody who follow us week over week, y'all know we open up the phone lines in the second hour of our show. This is for questions only. It's not to give you comments. It's not for your diatribe and your commentary on how you feel about things. It's open for questions. Your lighting must be correct. You must look in the camera. We don't talk to blank screens. You must have good Wi-Fi or great cellular service, and you must have a question. Rich, I'll say this. I'm so happy you answered that question the way you did. And it just shows that our talks week over week, we stand firm. I mean, of course, you say things that make me change my mind at times and make me think. Callers call in and make me reassess and reevaluate. But for the most part, who we are, for better, for worse, as two adult men, fathers, our advice, it's who we are and what we truly believe. And we stand on our square week over week. Even when I asked you that question, you could have had fun with it, but it really comes down to how we always talk about women. So you could take yourself out the game. You could bench yourself, and that's okay. Sitting down for a little while, reassessing, reevaluating. Sometimes chicks are going through trauma. Sometimes they have been through bad relationship after bad relationship. You're not gonna get it right by this ain't lotto. This is not the more I date, the greater chances I'm going to find someone and it works out. No, I gotta figure out why haven't the last X amount of men, X amount of relationships, why haven't it worked out? So, I loved your answer to that question. It is okay to sit down, take yourself out the game, bench yourself. I don't know about 7 years, but I do strongly suggest women and men, if you find that you are in a string of failed relationships, it's probably some self-evaluating you need to do. It's probably some time you need to be alone, and maybe you are not the problem. Maybe it's just you have a way of picking the wrong man. You just going after. It's nothing that you're doing wrong. You just are choosing the wrong person out the gate. And maybe sitting back, you can say, now I see all of the similarities and the commonalities between them. I don't need to be fixed. I just need to choose better out of the starting gate. So great answer. Let's get to our callers.
Let's go. Karina Munguia. Karina Munguia. So if y'all have a question, y'all want to get in the chat, please hit the bottom on the button and don't be like Karina Munguia, who's not prepared.
Karina?
Hello?
Yes.
You got to look in the camera, girl.
You want to tap in?
I'm taking a shit.
You got to look in the camera.
No, we're just gonna remove her. Yo, please, if you want to come in the chat, hit the button now. Let's do this the right way. Sean has already gave you the rules and regulations. I don't know why it's so difficult. Please be in the camera, be visible, be audible, and have some decent Wi-Fi so we can have a conversation. And nobody got time to be clicking on this button for all y'all niggas in the bathroom talking about I'm taking a shit. Did you hear him? Did you hear dude?
Yep.
Lala Ward.
Oh my goodness.
Lala Ward. What's up, Lala? How you?
Hey, I'm
Where you calling
good.
from, beloved?
I'm from Houston.
What's up, H-Town?
Hey, I want to know, why are the traditional women looked over nowadays?
Describe traditional before we even get into that.
I feel like a traditional woman is someone who goes to work, comes home, who's going to cook, who's catering to her family and her man, who's not a street runner, who's not a proclaimed Instagram model.
The reason I asked you to describe what you consider traditional, because we have a lot of people who watch this show. Let me ask you something. Do you watch this show? Is this your first night tuning in?
This is my first time, yes.
Okay. We have a lot of people who are a little delusional about who they are within a relationship. So I'm glad you asked the question. It's a really good question. Because everybody doesn't see themselves. You know, you got women who work on a pole who see themselves, you know, that's traditional these days. As far as they're concerned, I am making money. I'm only sleeping with one man. I go to work and this is a job for me. Forget the fact that it is 100 sets of hands, like literally 200 hands touching you every night, and you're making your money on a pole. To them, they're good women. Maybe they are to some men. But anyway, Rich, you want to jump in here and answer that?
Nah, go ahead. You can start.
Your question, first off, is a good question. Why are traditional women getting looked over these days? It's hard to answer that without taking age into consideration. And what I mean by that is, if you are, you know, of a certain age, 35 and up, you see the world very differently than somebody who's maybe 30 and down. There are a lot of women and men, you know, we live in a world now. I mean, I'll just give you for instance. Kim Kardashian has literally been passed around to every celebrity that you can think of, but she is desirable. She is desirable. So there are women, young girls, who look at her, and there's nothing wrong with sleeping with best friends. There's nothing wrong with going from one bed, one relationship to another. That's fine. They don't see the world the way maybe somebody older who once upon a time as a man, and I'm speaking from a man's standpoint, it was a cardinal sin. You would never sleep. Like, it was disgusting to think you were going to go behind a nigga you knew. Like, it was almost, you would give your girl that you were thinking about sleeping with, you would give her the Spanish Inquisition. You would literally put her on one side of the table and she'd be in an interrogation room because you wanted to know who hit it, because the thought of somebody I know hitting it and I got a hint now will make me throw up.
Right.
But we now live in an age where how many best friends haven't just slept with some of these celebrities but they wifed her. Like 2 weeks ago, you walked in the room with her, and that was your wife.
Mhm.
And now I'm claiming her. So we just live in a different world. So with that being said, and I'm taking a long way to say because you gotta the landscape age matters in this.
Mhm.
But I do think traditional women, to use your word, are very desirable. But it's what pond are you looking at? Where are you meeting these men? What is the age range of the men that you are attracting? I think to somebody who is 40 plus, that's still a very attractive thing. It is. To somebody who wants more than just a jump off, they're looking for more than somebody I'm gonna just hit it. That's still a very attractive thing. But this world is upside down, and we can't overlook the fact that what once was considered abnormal is now normalized. We had a conversation earlier. You know, Nick Cannon is having 2 and 3 babies simultaneously, and all the women are happy. You know, it's only a matter of time before before that's traditional. It is just it's just a new world out here. So in terms of traditional women being looked over, I would say number one, what is the pool that you're putting yourself in? Like who are the men that you're attracting? What are the age range? What are they into? Are these traditional men? Are they wannabe rappers? Are they ex-rappers? You know, all of that
No,
kind of stuff.
absolutely not.
You know,
Um,
go ahead.
I typically date guys between the ages of 40 and 51.
And these old niggas don't want no traditional women.
They say men are saying that they want a certain type of thing, but it's like if you're the ideal woman that they're saying that they want, it's like you still are not up to their expectations.
Elaborate.
Off the top of my head, I really can't pull anything off the top of my head. I feel like now you have to look a certain type of way. I have a shape, but I don't have a flat stomach. I don't have the body. I don't have. I think that's more so what men are going for nowadays, regardless of the other things that you may have to offer as a woman.
Okay.
I
One more
think that-
time. Could you do me a favor? Repeat the question one more time for me because it's been a minute. Repeat the question. What was your initial question?
The initial question was, why do men look over the traditional woman?
Okay. You ready for the answer?
Yes, I guess.
All right.
I know you're gonna hammer my head. Go ahead.
No, absolutely not. Not absolutely not. Are you a music fan?
I am.
All right. So there used to be a time when music was broken down into genres.
Mhm.
There was your pop, there was your urban AC, there was your rhythm, there was your urban. The internet has made all that one now.
Mhm.
So now there is no such thing as urban music. There is no such thing. You go on the internet, you like a record. There's black people in Mississippi that like church music. There's white people in Iowa that like New York City rap music. It's all one big pot. That's what social media has done. Social media has created a place where now everybody is now fishing in the same pond, right? So now traditional, so that's number one. It's hard for a traditional woman with traditional values to thrive in that environment because the pond that everybody is fishing in is the booty pond. It's the fake titty pond. It's the I got money pond. It's the traditional values that you speak of are the last thing anybody even thinks of nowadays. And it's a fucking shame.
It's
It's a
crazy
shame.
because, you know, I came from a two-family household. My parents are still married. So I grew up
Mm.
with my mother and my father together. So I know what it's supposed to look like, what a family, what a marriage is supposed to look like. So it's like, you
But
know,
this is where you're wrong, though, because me and Sean have this conversation every single week. What you know as normal is not normal anymore.
it's not. But why
You
isn't
used
it?
to be the majority. You are now the minority now.
Yeah.
So you have to act accordingly. So when you come on here and you say, yo, I want tradition, I want to know why a person like me with traditional values is being overlooked.
Mm-hmm.
It's because traditional values are no longer important
Understood.
to the majority of the people.
Mm-hmm.
There's women out here who, you say I date 40 to 51. 40 to 51. Let me tell you what 40 to 51 means to a 25-year-old. That nigga got money. He grown. So now 40 to 51 is dating 25-year-olds because they looking at him like that's sugar daddy.
Mm-hmm.
Bagels. That's trips. That's bags. He got that ancillary income. He got that. So now a woman like you who is like, I'm bringing my traditional values to the table. This man who used to be like, I'm getting up there too, and I need traditional values, is now fishing in the pond of 30-year-olds
Yeah.
because they're accessible to him. Accessible. This is what this world is now. It's all about accessibility.
But then you have those type of women who can't cook, who don't keep a clean house, who can't contribute anything to what you want a woman to contribute to or to have, you know, but she has the nice body and no job and she can fuck all night. So
that's what's important, ma. You can't bring it. You ever heard the saying, you can't bring a knife to a gunfight?
yes.
You can't come to the dating pool talk about I can cook when niggas don't give a fuck if you can cook or not.
So you want Rotel and pussy. That's basically what you're saying.
I'm saying
What is Rotel?
Melted cheese and nacho meat and ground beef. You want Rotel and pussy. You don't want a home cooked meal. You want to get fucked good and Rotel and you're good.
That's not what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
But what I'm saying is that I'm a minority too because I'm older.
Okay.
But what I am saying is that people out there, yes. I'm gonna be honest with you. Absolutely. They want what you call it, Rotel. I call it nachos.
Nachos, yeah. Nachos.
Yes. They want nachos.
They want nachos.
Yes. And they look at these people on the gram. Like, this is what you're failing to understand. Like, when you look at something on the gram and you get in your mind, that's what you want.
Mm-hmm.
Like that becomes, me and Sean talk about this all the time. What is normalized? What is normalized? What's normalized now is that you can go out there, and if you are taking people out and you're doing this and you're doing that and y'all are going out to eat and taking trips and all this other stuff, at the end of that, you might be like, damn, Shorty can't cook or Shorty can't, but it's always been a race. Relationships in 2022 are a race. What can I get from you before I give you what you want from me? Okay. So all the things of substance that you speak of, and we talk about this every week because this is your first time.
Mm-hmm. All
the things of substance that you speak about are not important anymore. Substance is not important anymore. Okay. It's not important in television. It's not important on Instagram. It's not important in the schools. Nothing of substance is important anymore. You get what you get, and it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So if you're on social media, you're going to and you're going to look at women and you're going to lust after a certain kind of woman. And you don't know if she can cook or not. Mm-hmm. But you know she got a fat ass and she just got back to the Dominican Republic. Mm-hmm. And she looked good as hell and you want to smash. So that's whose DMs you're going in. You're not looking at the girl who's cooking and she's in the kitchen and whipping it up and got the all the fancy steak and mashed potatoes and all this beautiful shit. You're not looking at her and be like, let me slide in her DMs and ask her what's for dinner tomorrow. That's not happening. It's not happening. So all I'm saying is not to say that don't get discouraged. I'm just saying accept the fact that we are a minority now.
Understood.
People who are looking for substance are a minority now.
Okay.
People who are looking for the fast goals, Instagram model, that's the majority now. And it's because everybody's accessible and everybody's in the same pool. Everybody's in the same place, which allows everybody to have these immaculate aspirations of what they can get, when in reality, some of that shit might not even be well deserved. Or you might think you're getting something that you 2 weeks later you want to the next because it wasn't really nothing. It wasn't really about shit.
Exactly.
That's where we are today.
Can I ask you a question before you go? Are you 100% certain that is the reason why these relationships are not working out? Why you're having a tough time in the dating pool?
I just feel like the men like the younger. I'm 38, but
You're
I
not a
feel like
virgin, are you?
men like the younger women, like Rich was saying, the under 30s, because they don't require a whole lot. It's like, you know, like the city girls. It's like, fuck you, pay me. That's what they want. So as long as you are fucking them and paying them, they don't care about anything. They don't care about how you treat them, or, you know, if you're with them today and then you with their best friend, or you with their sister tomorrow. They don't care about those type of things. Or somebody like me is going to be like, you know what, bye. So I do feel like that.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what puts you in the minority. And don't get me wrong. We're not sitting on here saying you wrong. We just saying live in your truth and understand that it's not going to be like it used to be. It's not going to be as easy as it used to be to go find a good dude because you're a good woman and y'all going to have, you know, good situation. Because the world is quickly changing, beloved. It's quickly changing. There's a new world order out here. And city girls got 50-something-year-old
billionaires spending it.
Real
That's
bad.
right.
Real bad. Real bad.
Real
When
bad.
we go together, real bad. Real bad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, this is a difficult one. You know, everything Rich said is real. You know, I still believe, I do. I mean, we are in the minority. I'll say that. And the more I do the show, the more I tend to understand that. But I do believe that there are a ton of men out here that are not looking for the BBLs. They're not looking for women who are out in the clubs and know all the new slang and jumping up and down when the new, you know, records come out. All of that stuff is some, you know, it's actually scary. And I wish I had even better advice. I think I'm just rambling now because it's scary to think that this done crept into 40 and 50-year-olds to that age bracket, that now 40 and 50-year-olds, they're looking for a smash. They're looking for somebody, you know, who I mean, granted, me and Rich, we both men. We both spent many years working in the entertainment industry. So I don't think Rich and I don't think Sean are no stranger to bad chicks. But I also know, you know, and I can speak for myself, I value traditional. I got dudes who I came up with who value traditional. And that's why I was asking you, like where are you finding these men at? What is the pond that you're dating in? Because I do believe that guys like us who really do value a woman who can get in the kitchen and throw down, really value a woman who I can actually leave you in a room and trust you when I walk out and that room is full of hard dicks, like full of niggas that want to smash. I know you ain't gonna do nothing to disrespect me.
Right.
It is scary to think that this is now gotten into the 40 and 50-year-olds, men out there. Now, granted, Rich, I will say this: since the beginning of time, older men have always dated young girls. That's not new. That's always been around. But if we're just sticking to straight traditional women, I have to believe that still matters. I do. So I would just say, don't give up. Know that there's people out there like Rich, myself, that actually does matter. I'm telling you, for me, that matters. I don't like to think, and this is my man, like to think that the city girl is dating a 50-year-old bill, a 50-plus-year-old bill. Is me and Rich talk offline like that. That's beyond bizarre to me. But I don't look at Puff like he's normal. I mean, he's led an extraordinary life. I don't look at him as the average. But if this is the way average 40-plus-year-old men are acting out there, then I'm ready to move to a different country or something. But thanks for your question, girl.
Thank you for having me.
You're not a virgin, are you? You'll be all right.
All right.
Later.
Bye.
Yo. All right, here we go. I feel like this is going to be okay. Ashley Brown, Paris Peach 30. Paris Peach 30. Paris _ Peach 30. You still in the room? No? Yes? No? All right, moving on. Tiffany Wilson. Tiffany Wilson, are you in the room?
Hello. Sorry. Now y'all got me off hand. How you doing?
Tiffany, you taking a shit?
No, I'm sitting on the toilet. I was smoking
Yes, you are.
kids. I smoke.
Okay.
Come on, Rich.
All
Love
right,
and
I'm
hip
just making
hop.
sure.
Erica Mena.
No, that's Richie Dollars.
I use that studio.
Okay, come on, girl. What's your
I
question?
got a question. I do, because I forget. Now, I'm married. Go on, kids, because I'm moving into the South. I'm sorry. I'm married. Been married for 4 years to a Nigerian. He from Lagos, Nigeria. As culture, I didn't think that. It'd be 5 years next year. Culture from over there in Africa. I'm from America, of course, Chicago. And it's a big difference. It opened up my whole mind. Because I didn't know, because I ain't never been with. I ain't trying to be racist because it's a new law called race card anyway. Now, it's real for real. My husband, we separated. And I ain't trying to be emotional. I'm sorry. We separated. He's not in the house now, of course. It's a big difference. I'm from the low end of Chicago. I'm from the hood. And I never even thought I'd get married. I never been to a wedding, And I did 4 years. And it's like I still don't know what my grandma said, communication. Communication. If you want to be married, that's the key. I don't get it. So I want to ask that question. That's my question. Is culture really a big point in a relationship if it's mixed race?
You from Africa?
I mean, anywhere. It could be India, in any situation. Because, he's from Africa, yes.
But if you're the same race, if
No,
black,
I'm not the
black.
same race. I'm black, of course.
What is your name?
Tiffany Wilson. I'm sorry.
Okay, Tiffany.
Mm-hmm.
You talking about communication?
Yes.
And hold on. And I know when you come on these shows, when people come on these shows, especially when it's their first time, they get a little nervous, so their communication be a little off.
Okay, you want me to be clear?
So we're gonna give you a second to ask that question a little bit differently.
Okay, I will do it. Okay.
Go ahead.
Communication, what I'm
Just
talking
make it
about,
make
you know
sense.
how in school they say communication is the key, right?
Yes.
I overlooked that. But you don't really take that to it. I would never thought I got married and it really like it's a setback in this relationship. Like that's why I want to ask y'all, do y'all think, say if y'all got married? Can you hear me? I'm sorry.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
You want me to put the phone up, Rich? I'm sorry.
No, I want you to make sense.
I said communication. Like if you went with somebody, you want me to do a scenario?
I want you to make sense.
Scenario. If you was in a relationship, say somebody China, right? And you ain't from China. Do you think communication, would you want that in your relationship? Would you want it? Is it important? I don't think it is. That's what I'm asking from y'all point of view.
What's your name?
I think it is, but not that strong.
What is your name?
Tiffany Wilson.
Okay, go ahead, Rich.
Yeah.
Tiffany,
Yeah.
if you date a nigga from 10 blocks away,
I know
everything.
everybody's telling me this. I don't think it's a big difference though. I think love, because love is you overlook. I overlook. I tried to cope, but I see it's a different. I didn't ever think it was that important until I got married. That's what I'm saying. I'm looking at him now, so he could understand what I'm saying. I didn't know it was a big issue. Like I know it's a big issue, but it really is.
Tiff, allow Rich to speak, please.
Okay.
Because you're going on now. Go ahead, Rich.
If you're in a relationship, it doesn't matter if he's from Lagos, Nigeria, or Gary, Indiana.
Mm.
You have to be able to communicate. You have to be able to communicate because that's what relationships are about.
Okay.
You say you didn't think it was that serious. It's the most important part of any relationship. It's the most important part of any relationship. I'm talking about friendships, work, sports, music.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have to communicate. You have to both have an understanding.
Okay, I understand.
understand
My family be trying to
like,
tell me that.
But why is that not? Like, come on, Tiff. Like you. Like,
okay, can I tell you? Okay, but I know we're gonna laugh, so I ain't really gonna tell all my feelings like that. But
well, you got because we wasting
I know
time.
I got to because it's in me and it's hurting, right? I done been through stuff, but y'all don't have time for that. I just want to hear like that part, but it's a lot. It's even more, you know. I think it's starting to offend my relationship.
Hey, Tiff, can I say something?
Yes.
So I'll say this with the most respect and love that I have, because I can see that you're hurt.
Oh,
so
wow.
I don't want to say anything that's going to further bring you pain.
I know.
But you're talking about communication, and you're having a very difficult time even having this conversation.
I know.
Hold
you
on.
know why? Okay.
You got off.
Okay.
You're talking about communication, and we don't.
I don't know.
We're having.
I don't want to say it on here anyway.
Can I speak?
I was talking about him though. Okay.
Okay, but part of communication is listening. It's listening, and you're having a very difficult time doing it. Now, I understand you're hurt. I understand you lost your husband, but
it's just
even within that, you're having. Say everything was good. We're having a hard time understanding what you're saying. So with that being said, I would just tell you this. You know, like I know, like everybody knows, communication is the key to any relationship. It doesn't matter what type of relationship it is. And in your case, you married somebody who culturally, forget whether they are a good communicator or not, culturally, you guys started off on two different playing fields. Maybe people from Nigeria, they religion, music, expectations of a woman, all of those things are part of communication. And I don't know that y'all even started out communicating and being on the same page. So
you don't know the background.
These things are very important, but Go ahead. I know you got something at the tip of your tongue. Go ahead and say it.
Serena.
It's a lot, but I try to skim through it. That's why you want to know, because I'm looking at the comments too, and they ain't ready for me to say it.
Don't look at the comments, girl.
Okay.
Please, don't do
If
that.
I say a little bit, okay, because you still ain't going. Okay.
Ma, I can't do this no more. You driving me crazy. I know
Okay,
you
I'm
wanna
gonna
put this shit up, but
do
you
it,
driving me
Rich.
nuts. Like,
I'm making you nuts.
because
Okay.
you're
Okay.
not, you hear
I'ma
it,
tell
and
you.
you keeping somebody else from getting on the phone line because you're not telling us what you need. If you
I
have
want
something
to
you
know.
want to get off, go ahead.
It's self-esteem. Self-esteem. Like, I ain't never thought I was gonna get married. I mean, and I think that's what make me not want to be with any man. Like, I always played the role as a friend. You see what I'm saying? I could never be a wife, and once I got one, I still relate. If y'all confused, is it? Oh,
Love,
you
you
see
just,
the
Please stop
are
reading
you
those
just,
comments.
No, I'm looking
Please.
at y'all faces. Okay. Okay. I never
Don't
been.
worry
I
about it.
never
Listen, this
been
is what we
with.
gonna do. No, listen. I love you to death. This is what we're gonna
I
do.
know.
I'm gonna let you go.
Okay.
We're gonna come back next week because you're
Okay.
reading the
You coming
comments.
next week?
You come next week and you have what you want to have to say.
And I put
Because
it
you're
on her.
reading the comments, you're under your breath, you're responding to the comments.
My kids too. My kids right here. Yeah. So yeah. Next time be the best time.
All right.
You got some beautiful kids, by the way.
Thank you. Say hi.
All right, Tiffy.
See you, Richie. You see. Holla.
Next week. Yo, if you come on here, you got it. You come on here, you can't be apprehensive. You're here for a reason. You're coming into the room for a reason. You want to ask a question, you want to seek help, you want us to hear what you want to say, you got to have something to say. You can't come on here and then act like you don't want to be on here. It's just that simple. And the kids are adorable. Petula Johnson, Flower Johnson. Petula Johnson, are you in the room? No?
Hold on. She's there.
She coming? Okay.
Yeah.
Hey,
What's up, Petula?
how you
We good. How
doing?
you?
So I came on here. I just wanted to clear up a little bit what she was talking about, the last lady,
Hold on.
because I was,
But is that the way you say your name, Petula?
yeah, it's Petula.
And you're coming in from where?
I'm from Las Vegas, Nevada, but right now I'm in Oklahoma. I drive trucks for a living.
Well, very nice to meet
I'm
you.
on the road.
Very nice to meet you, Petula.
Nice to meet y'all.
Okay, so go ahead.
So what she was saying was, her question was about the beliefs. See, she married an African man and they have two different beliefs, okay? Because I was married to one. I was married to a man that was from West Africa. I was married to him for 20 years, okay? Out of the 20 years of marriage, there was a lot of confusions and a lot of stuff going on, like how I was raised, because I'm a Christian and he's a Muslim, okay? And how I was raised and the things that I done and what I ate and the way how I presented myself sometimes. So the thing was, what she was saying was how their communication barrier break down. She, first of all, I'm sorry, sis, I can't say she couldn't express it and say how she really felt about what was going on. But there is a language barrier in communication with a lot. There's a lot of like men from Africa look at us African American women as we are whores, okay? We have no respect for ourselves over here, okay? And that's what her whole thing was dealing about. I dealt with that for a while. I left him. I've been out of that relationship, and out of that relationship that I had with him, where I'm at right now, it took a lot for me to actually walk away from that because I still wanted to be in that relationship. I had 2 kids by this man, you know? I've already had one relationship that when I was young, got married. I didn't get married, but I was young, had my first kid. And then I waited 23 years and I had 2 more kids by this man. And the way he treated me was very silent and like very passive. He never wanted to go out nowhere. No family functions. I set dates and made plans and a lot of stuff. I even asked him before we left, can we have counseling? I know I'm not a bad looking woman. I know that I'm a strong, independent woman. I always have been, you know. So my thing is, like right now where I'm at, I'm independent. I work, I take care of myself. And now that I'm out in the dating scene, I can't even get a man that's honest, legit, has enough respect for himself. His word should be his bond. Okay, whatever comes out your mouth should be your bond, because that's who you are. If you are a liar, you a liar. And that's what I've been dealing with. I've been dealing with meeting young guys. I don't date minors. Okay, I have minors at home, my kids. I don't date nobody that's 38, whatever, past my age. I'm 53 years old. I can't date no kid. What a kid gonna do to me? I tell all these men out here I meet, ask me every day, oh, you want to get up on me, nigga? I ain't here to get you to hump on me. I can't have you humping on me, baby, all night long. I ain't here for that. I need a man that's going to be independent, responsible, and know what he wants in
Miss
life.
Petula?
Where can I find that brother at?
Petula?
Yes, baby.
What is your question exactly?
What my question was, is what is, well, you know, after all that, I cleared up her shit, but my question was, what's up? Like, why can't I meet me a strong, independent man?
Because you don't want
Like,
nobody humping
that's
on
not
you.
a liar. What?
You don't want nobody humping on you.
I do want somebody, but I don't want to be humping. I need somebody that's going to be there a little bit, you know, and that's going to take her. I don't want nobody just coming in trying to bump and grind and then gone. I don't need that. I could toss these niggas too like stamps, lick them like stamps and send them on their way. I don't need that shit. I need somebody that's gonna be there. So what do I need to do? Am I too strong? Because I know I'm a dominating personality, and you know, and maybe I might have. I don't even run. Matter of fact, I don't even. Maybe I don't open up the doors a little bit, but I am a little tough little cookie there. I just can't. You know, I mean, everything I've been through, I'm just not easy going. Like easy to get into. You got to fight to get into this, because this is worth something. You know what I'm saying? You got to take your time. Like how you said, oh, why you 40 years old and you still a virgin? Why women 2 years and ain't had sex? Because men are liars out here. They not responsible. They don't care. They just want to get your kitty cat and run on. So what's up with that part? My question is, how come men out here cannot take, like that lady said, a traditional woman that's independent, responsible, and takes care of her shit, all her bills is paid, her kids don't want for nothing, she does what she needs to do. What's the problem? What we can't, I'm not small in the waist, I'm not ugly neither, but hey, I got it going on. What is it? For real, can y'all answer that question? For you, Richie, for you being who you are up in the industry and the music and all that, how you pull these bitches and how y'all do whatever, and then for you, brother, I don't even know you really, but you know, I just saw you on here. But I'm just saying, what can we do? What women like me, how should I, like, literally sit back and just let him do what he needs to do, or should I just like close my mouth? Close your mouth, don't get no answers. But I mean, what is it? I see you over there rolling your eyes. What's up?
Go ahead, Rich.
Speak it.
Go ahead, Rich.
First of all,
Mm.
I'm yelling at these niggas because you're scaring people off. You're super aggressive. So you scare people off.
Yes.
That's one. Number two, I don't even know. I don't know, Petula. You 53 years old, you might need to be bumping and grinding and stop acting like you don't want to bump and grind. Let's do that.
Hey, but see, bumping and grinding deals with people coming around. You got kids. When you got kids, you can't bump and grind like that. You got to have respect for yourself. You know what I'm saying? You can't just get out there. I got young ladies. I can't just be doing that. I got to respect myself first. You know what I'm saying? And any man that get with me needs to, I got a child that's 30 and I got a child that's 14 and 16.
Oh, okay.
My son is 16.
All right, I'm gonna tell you something.
And he watched me.
I'm gonna tell you something.
Yes, baby.
But I need you to listen to me. I don't have a problem with a strong woman because I'm a very strong man. If you watch this show enough, you'll understand. I am a what do you call those? A A-type man, a type A personality, the whole nine. But you said that
Yes.
your ex-husband he just used to be there and he was passive. Girl,
Yes.
you got to learn to shut the F up. Like the best you're too, I'm on the other end of this and I'm wore out.
Yeah.
I'm literally listening to you and I'm wore out. So sometimes, listen, hear me out.
Mm.
Sometimes you gotta like you recognize that you're a strong woman, but
Hmm.
bringing it
I
down.
have a very
Oh,
dominating
okay,
personality.
but see half of success in any area of our life is understanding who we are and recognizing who we are. You're yelling, you're aggressive, you're forceful, and I've only known you for 5 minutes.
Hmm.
Maybe you should,
Well, hey, I'm on the
oh,
phone. I'm trying to speak up loud because I'm on my headsets driving.
okay,
So that's why I'm loud, like
oh,
talking,
okay,
trying to make sure that you
oh,
hear me.
okay,
But yeah, I'm just saying that I am aggressive. I'm just a strong
okay,
speaker. I'm making sure that you hear what I'm saying.
okay,
Um,
and I don't even have a problem with that.
and you're right
But
though.
in a
You're right though. I am.
at some point you gotta let like we're trying to have a dialogue here, and maybe it's just that we're both going on the phone. So you
Mhm.
can't hear when I'm speaking, I can't hear when you're speaking. But let's go back to what the young lady who was just talking. It's communication. Maybe you're doing all the
Mhm.
talking and not enough listening. Maybe it's not reciprocal. Maybe
Nah, I'm an excellent listener. I'm sorry, I'm so loud. Let me turn my speaker down. I am a good listener.
you are.
You know, I definitely affirm on communication. Okay. Um, definitely affirm on that. Very strong and independent on making sure that is the best thing that I have to go on is communication, because if you can't communicate, there's no relationship. There's nothing there.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, you know, and what I'm saying, I know I'm probably coming off as very strong because I do speak strongly, you know, but when I talk to a man that I'm talking to, I'm very vulnerable, you know, but as I'm listening to you guys and what you guys are telling me right now, because yeah, I do be getting like, hey, you know, what's up, you know, I need to just like pipe it down and take a second look and just actually really listening to more like what the man is saying. But I actually do listen. I think I consider myself a good communicator.
Well, again, I
I'm
don't.
just
We've only known you for the last 5-10 minutes of you being on the call, and this is all
yeah.
we got to go on. So, take what we're saying, understanding that we're just going on what you're showing us and what you're telling us, and it's
Yeah.
one thing to have a alpha personality, but in any relationship,
Yeah.
you gotta, especially with a man, and this is something we talk about on this show all the time. A man gotta feel like a man. Like you came on so strong and so aggressive. If a man is sitting on the other end of the table or the other end of a bed, you damn near sound confrontational, believe it or not. You don't
Okay.
it sounds like, yo, when I come home, I want a
I'm
woman.
sorry.
I literally want I want to feel somebody who is soft and somebody who listens. And and I'm only going on the few minutes I've known you. For all I know, you can be the best woman on planet Earth. So I'm not judging you. But what I am saying is
Yes.
a man doesn't want it. You almost come across as very aggressive and confrontational. And that could be
Hmm.
the issue. It could be where a man wants to get to know you, but feels that there's no future in this without y'all two. I'm going to be with somebody who's damn near going to be beat my behind every night. Cause you come across like you got a mean right hook. Like I would almost be.
You know, it deals with years of dealing with men growing up. You know, with men abusing you in certain kind of ways. manipulating you and stuff. And that's where I started becoming aggressive. When men start coming into, you know, my friend's home or being aggressive, you know, that's where I started being like, hey, Petula, I'm no longer going to let nobody take advantage of me. I'm no longer going to sit here and just say, hey, allow for this person to do something to me like that. You know, that's probably why I became so aggressive and like that. And I've heard not just you guys saying that, but I've heard somebody else tell me this too. Like my cousin say, hey, mama, you too hard, you too aggressive. You'll run a nigga off. And I say, yeah, that's okay, but maybe I don't need him. But then you know what? Later on the years, as I've gotten older, I have changed and I toned down. You know, I'm not as aggressive like that I am, but being out here on the road driving trucks, I have to be a little bit, I have to be aggressive because I have to make sure that I'm safe here, you know. But I totally understand what you guys are saying, and I'm going to actually make sure that I take the time more and close my goddamn mouth and try to listen more and understand more what that person is saying and what they're talking about, you know, and trying to build something more positive in a relationship, you know?
Yeah, I would just say this, and then I'll pass it back to Rich. You got to understand from a man's standpoint, and we're two men that you're talking to, right? You know,
Yes.
a man wants a woman. He wants somebody who he can go and discuss his day and get that warm feeling, that woman's touch. You come across so damn aggressive, it feel like yo, like you better not come in here telling me about how bad your day was. I just got through driving a truck for 12 hours. I will be like I wish you would. This is the way you come. So maybe that's not the way you are in real life.
True.
But
no, that's true a little bit there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So again,
You're right.
part of being successful in any area of your life, because here's the deal, Petula. You can't fix what you don't acknowledge. And the fact that you're acknowledging it, I think is a great first step. But don't let your past, don't let all that you've been through change who you are. We all are shaped by our experiences. We all are.
Yes.
But it seems that
Yes.
that your past it is presenting a problem for your future and how you deal with men. So it's okay to have your guard up and understand I'm not going be put through the ringer.
Yes.
But it's also okay to come home and let that softer side of you be seen. Okay?
Yeah.
Rich?
Yeah. Thank you.
Petula has been real.
Thank you,
All right,
guys.
mama.
Drive safe, Petula.
All right, baby. Peace.
Bye-bye, girl.
Too many people trying to get in, man. Next time we have to start cutting these calls to a certain time limit.
Go ahead.
Forever Lakia. Forever Lakia. Forever Lakia, you in there? Lakia, what's up? What's going on?
So my question is I want a man's opinion on like women who have multiple kids. I've like overheard men say like if a woman has multiple kids and different fathers, like they're undateable. Why do men think that?
I can't speak to that. I'm gonna be honest with you. I can't speak to that because I feel like the majority of women have kids with multiple baby fathers. So I don't know who's telling you that, but I don't subscribe to that. So I don't know. Maybe Sean can answer that better.
How many kids
I've heard it a lot.
How many kids do
I
you
have 4 kids.
How many
I
baby
have 4
daddies?
kids. I was married to my first daughter's father. My second daughter's father, we were together for like a year and a half, and he was cheating on me, then went to prison. And my last 2 are from the same guy. We were engaged, but it was a abusive relationship, so I left the relationship. And I've been single for about 8 years, but you know, I've dated, but I've overheard some men say like, oh no, you can't date someone who has so many kids' fathers and stuff like that. But I don't understand why they think that.
Well, you know, I think you're taking it literal, right? And the men are zoned in on one area of your life, which they should, but look at it a different way. Now, first and foremost, I'm a second what Rich said. You get past a certain age, you damn near expect. We just had a talk earlier in the conversation. I don't know if you were logged on, that men look at women a little crazy if they over a certain age and don't have kids. But
Yeah.
now you the complete opposite. You got kids and they all got different fathers, or there's 3 sets of baby fathers for 4 kids. But I think what the man is trying to, or these men are trying to say, by dating you, I'm voluntarily walking into a situation that's going to be complicated, right? Now, they're talking about your kids, but it could be anything. It could be anything in your life. So just bear with me for a second.
Okay.
If I dated a woman that I know has 3 baby fathers, I know as a man, I have to deal with 3 different grown men personalities when dating this woman. So do I want that problem? Do I want to take this woman and wipe her, for lack of a better example, but now can I be a disciplinarian to those kids, or am I gonna have baby father number 2 coming ready to beat me up because his kid living in my house and I disciplined him, and now I got to deal with him? Can, you know, baby number 1 and baby father number 1 and baby father number 3, you know, are these dudes who still want to be with the baby mother, or even though I'm in the house with the kids, I'm taking care of them, they want the final word on what's going on in the kid's life? It is, I don't think men will run from, I don't think having multiple kids is a problem. Men expect that, especially after a certain age. But some men are not up for the challenge. You got to understand that. Some men, just like some women, wouldn't be up for the challenge. And I would, if I was you, I wouldn't look at this as a literal statement, meaning no man is going to date you because you have multiple kids by multiple baby fathers. These were men that you were in relationships with, you were engaged to, all of that stuff. So it's no stain
I
on
ain't
you.
no jump off type female, so yeah.
Yeah, this is no stain on you whatsoever, but the facts are still the facts. And when and I can tell you, when another man, when a new man comes into a situation, he has to assess everything that he's getting into, everything from top to bottom. This woman, her past history, how many children she got, what is her expectations, all of this. Some men just ain't up to that challenge, but there's a lot of men who are. So I wouldn't look at what they're telling you as an absolute, and I wouldn't look at it like, you know, I'm never going to date again because I have these kids, because it could be anything in your life. Men are always assessing, you know, things with women before they jump in. But go ahead, Rich.
Man, don't nobody want no woman with 4 kids and 3 baby daddies.
See, then that's Rich.
That's just being real.
Right.
Sean could be nice. All he want to be nice and beat around the bush. Don't no man want no woman with 4 kids and 3 baby daddies. That's
Okay.
and that's not to say that there's not somebody out there for you. I'm just saying, when we speak in majorities versus minority. So you're saying it's hard.
Right.
You're saying it's hard for you to find somebody that's accepting of, because that's a lot. That's a lot. If the shoe was on the other foot, and a woman and a woman was meeting a man, and he had 4 kids and 3 baby mamas, she gonna look at that nigga sideways. It's just the way it is.
Hey,
Right.
Rick, can I ask you a question? Are you saying it's the principle that she has 4 kids, 3 baby daddies, or is it the complication that comes with it?
It's both. It's the principle of having 4 kids and 3 baby daddies. Now, if you tell your story, then your story makes absolute sense. How old are you?
I just turned 33.
You just turned 33?
I just turned 33.
Okay, so if you tell your story, I'll give you an example. I'll give you a real quick example, and we let somebody else in here. A man asks a woman, how many people have you slept with? And the woman says, 30.
Oh, shit.
No, just think about it for a second. The woman, no, really. And I'll give you the whole background. The woman says 30. And then he says, how old are you? And she says, I'm 33. And when did you lose your virginity? I lost my virginity when I was 18. That's 15 years. Which means you've been sleeping with an average of 2 niggas a year. Which ain't that bad if you break it down like that. But it's the number, it's the optics. It's when you first say how many, and you be like 33. That's it. I tuned out. You can say,
Right.
oh damn, she's only really been sleeping with 2 dudes a year for the last 15 years because she lost her virginity when she was 18, right? So it's like everything has context. When you meet a nigga, you're like, what's up, man? How you? You're like, what you doing tonight? I gotta feed the kids. How many of them kids are there? 4. Oh, you got 4 kids? Oh, you was married? Nah. You got 3 baby daddies. It's the optics. Niggas was like, oh, I'm not dealing with that. That sound like baby kid. That sound like some shit that I don't want to sign up for that. And it's gonna sound
Right.
realistic, but at the same time, a woman gonna do the same thing. If the shoe was on the other foot, a woman gonna be like, you got 4 kids and 3 baby mamas. I don't want that nigga. That's bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's not saying there's not somebody out there for you. I'm just keeping it real. So when people call here and they be like, oh, the minority, and I'm trying to find, it's gonna be hard. That's not to say that you're not. I'm just saying that it's gonna be difficult. Because the first time somebody hears that scares people off. And it's a double standard. And I'm gonna tell you what sucks about it. What sucks about it is a man can have 11 baby mamas and run around here and do nothing, and women don't even know. But because you're the primary caregiver, your kids are with you, they're within your house, it makes it difficult for you. It makes it difficult for you. And that sucks because it really isn't fair. It isn't fair, but it's a double standard that we live by. You know
Okay. I get you.
All right, babe.
Thank you, guys.
All right.
You're
Love you,
welcome,
Rick.
girl.
All right, babe. Love you too.
Yeah, I mean, you just shot it down, but you love you. Yo, it's hilarious. But whoever, I forget your name now. Don't give up. Don't give up. I do believe, Rich, you broke it down nice. It is optics. But there's somebody out there. I mean, there's a lot of dudes out
Absolutely
there.
somebody out
There's
there.
a lot of dudes out there. It is.
But this is when you start.
Hold on, let's let people in. Let's not even spend time on us. Let's just talk while we letting people in.
Paris_Peach30. Paris_Peach30. Are you in the room? What's up, man? She's froze. What's up, man? What's your name? Where you calling from? Hello? Hello? All right. Try again next week, beloved. Let's do Solo Luscious. Solo Luscious. That might be a mistake even picking this lady. Solo Luscious. Are you in the room, Solo Luscious?
She coming in, Sean? Because you can see him actually before I can.
No, ain't nobody here.
All right. Let's do Sebastiana SB Media. Sebastiana SB Media. Sebastiana, you in the room? What's up? What's up?
Yo, Richard,
Good.
what's poppin'?
You have a question?
Nah, I wanted to
Yo,
have
come
a
on, bro.
conversation about this,
Rich, please.
with kids. Rich, don't hang up.
Yeah, we're on live. Do you have a question or not?
No, I don't have a question, Rich.
Yo, bro, come on, man. What are you doing?
Don't be like that.
What are you doing? What are y'all doing out here, bro? What is it today? What is it? Something in the water? Cologne Selena. Pretty Latina. Cologne Selena. Are you in the room? Nope. All right. The ice cream lady. The ice cream lady. Hello.
Can you hear us? Can you hear us?
Yes. Can you?
How y'all doing today?
No.
How you
Good.
doing, girl?
I really don't have a question other than I'm
Take it one more, and then if this goes left again, then we're done for the night. Cause this is Lasha Bowers, Queen L, Lasha Bowers. Lasha Bowers, Queen L.
I have a question.
We can't
So-
see you, love.
Okay, hold on. Let me turn the light on.
Come on, man.
Ooh, the attitude.
Come on, we say
Okay, so
this
look,
every day, love.
I can see in my house. I didn't know you couldn't see. Chill out with
Okay,
attitude.
all
I
right.
got a question.
Okay.
Where you
So-
coming in from?
From Tennessee.
Hello.
Hi.
What's
So
your name?
My name's Ebony.
Hey, Eb.
Hey. So my question is, for somebody in their mid-30s, how can I appeal to more older guys? Like, it's like younger guys always come at me, and I don't know what it is. I want to date older guys, but I guess I don't appeal to older guys, and I want to know how.
How to find the older man is what you're asking.
Or like my age, mid-30s, later 30s, early 40s. But it's like the older,
All
like
right,
the
so-
late 20s, and I'm just not with that.
So-
I'm wanna.
So the easy question is, where are you looking for your man?
I don't. I don't go out much. Like, I don't.
So how do you
So
come
I work
across?
from
How do you come
home.
across me? Huh?
Just randomly when I'm out with my girls, just out to eat. It could be restaurants, a lounge, or whatever. But I don't know.
And you don't, and you're looking for older men. So do you go? I don't know. I mean, I feel like if you wanna fish, you want catfish, and you need to go to the catfish section of the market. I mean, if you're going to places where young people are at, then you're gonna find young people. If you're going to lounges and things like that.
I mean, I don't know. No, I go to places where there's older guys, but the ones that come up to me are the younger ones.
Could it possibly be what? I mean, Sean, help me out here.
I almost don't know how to answer this type question. I really don't. Like, go where older men are. I mean, go to lounges. Don't go to clubs. Go to
I
restaurants.
don't club. I go to restaurants. I go to like hookah lounges. It's a lot of places here in like where I'm at.
What part of Tennessee?
I'm in Middle Tennessee, so it's a lot of places here. It's an up and coming like city. It's
Like
moving real
what? What's
fast.
the name of it? Nashville?
Yeah.
Okay. There's only two cities that are up and coming in Memphis and Nashville.
Memphis and Nashville. Yeah.
All right.
No.
So you're in the Nashville.
Everybody in the comments keep talking about church. I mean, I ain't. Yeah, but.
So how about this?
Okay.
How about this? How about you go after what you want and start waiting for men to come at you? So why
Okay.
don't
Yeah,
you? Why
How
don't
would older
you-
guys like a woman to approach them then? Because I don't do that. I don't know how.
Well, then
I
if you don't want to approach anybody, then you don't need to be asking why you can't get what you want, because a closed mouth don't get fed. So if you want an older man and only younger guys are approaching you, then you might want to take the initiative and approach an older man and start a conversation with an older man. Like, why would you subject yourself to being in a place with people that you don't want approaching you while you're looking at 5 dudes that you would want to approach, but you don't want to do it because you don't approach men, but you're sitting on here holding your ponytail.
I work from home, Rich. I dress it up. This is a lot of hair right here. This is a tucked in bun.
So
I
stop
work
holding
from
it, 'cause
home.
you're making
Trust
me.
me. I
you're
get
making
dolled
me.
up. Go to my page. I get dolled
No,
up.
I don't
This
care
is
about
just
your
work from
hair. I
home
just don't
hair.
want you to stop holding it because your hand's in the way.
Oh, okay.
All right. But the point is, you should go after what you want. I mean, I don't even say. I mean, that's probably that. Maybe why this question's so hard to answer, because it's real simple.
Yeah.
If you want an older man, go after an older man. If younger dudes if what younger dudes are approaching you, and that's not what you're looking for, then you need to take the initiative and put your best foot forward and go after what you want.
So I just need to step out of my comfort zone and just talk to
I'm
who
not
I
saying
like,
that you
what I
gotta go
like.
in proposition niggas. I'm just saying that you should. I'm not even saying that you
Just
should go out
open
there
up
and
the
be buying drinks.
conversation.
But
Just
start a conversation. Like, have a
Okay.
conversation with somebody.
That's easier said than done when you're not used to doing that. So,
Starts like this. What's your name again?
Ebony.
Ebony. Hey, what's up, man? My name Ebony. No, I'm playing.
No.
Nah, but for real, it's real simple, Eb. You just go up and you be like, yo, what's up? I'm Ebony. How are you? And then you have a conversation. That's it. I'm not telling you to go out there and buy drinks and offer niggas hookah and all that other shit. Hey, what's up? Oh, hi, how you doing? My name is Ebony. What's your name? And now you have a conversation with somebody that you feel like you might want to talk to.
Okay. I hear you.
Stop being passive aggressive.
Okay.
All right, Eb.
All right.
See
Thank
you
you.
next week.
Have a good night.
Want to take one more, Sean?
Yeah, why not?
Nigga say, yeah, why not? All right, let's do Jatime. I can't pronounce that name. Hopefully she's here and correct me. Jatime.
I wonder, was that woman Ebony? Ebony, are you on any dating apps? If she has a hard time talking to men in person,
You should have said that.
yeah. I mean, I'm just wondering, is she on any dating apps? Because maybe that's if she has a hard time talking to dudes in person and approaching them, that's a way to do it without, totally taking yourself out of your comfort zone.
That's dope. What's up? Who are we speaking?
Hello.
Hi.
Hello, how you doing?
What's your name? Where you calling from?
My name is Maisha. I'm calling from Manhattan, New York.
What's your last name? Pronounce it for me.
Patterson.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah. I wanted to elaborate on what the other girl was saying. I'm 35, 34, 35, and I only date older men.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get attracted to younger men. So
What
my
is older
thing
men?
is
What is older men? Give us
older
numbers.
men, I'll say they have to be 40 to 55-ish. I just feel like younger dudes are more attracted to sex, or their brain really is not matured enough for me. So that's what I attract is older dudes, and that's what I want. So what a lot of younger dudes come to me too, and I just don't appeal to it. Like I just feel like what I like is what I'm gonna attract. If you're entertaining younger dudes, I feel like you have to entertain it for them to attract you. Like she said, she's going to these places. Like, of course, if you're going to those places, that's what you're gonna attract. But you and your energy and your spirit, if you want to attract something or manifest something, that's what you have to do.Maybe it's something in yourself. That's just how I feel. I could be wrong.
So you're saying that you putting it in the atmosphere that you want an older man and you're supposed to get an older man based on that?
No. I don't feel you're supposed to get what you want, but I feel like if you want an older man, if you want a certain thing, you have to manifest it. Like your spirit manifests that.
How about this? I want an older man, so I'm going to talk to an older man. How about that? Is that just out of the realm of possibility here? Is that something that
Yeah, that too.
Huh?
Yeah, that too. I just feel like if I'm saying, oh, I want to attract older men and I like older men, like I'm not even going to entertain a conversation with a young guy, or I'm not going to even entertain nothing that's affiliated with a young guy. You know what you want. You know what you want to attract.
But you can't. But you're just gonna just ignore every dude that come up to you.
Respectfully, if it's not what I'm interested in.
Understood. I can agree with that.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't know about the whole manifestation thing, putting energy in the air. I feel like you should. I feel like you should be more proactive.
Can I ask you something? What's your name again?
My name is Maisha.
Hey, Maisha, do you have a hard time finding older men?
Actually, I'm not in the dating mode right now, but I don't have a hard time. That's what I attract a lot, like when I'm out and about. But I'm not dating right now. I'm on my celibate journey. But I do attract a lot of men. But I feel like with me being celibate, my spirit and energy is allowing me to attract more of what I want now.
Which is
and
what?
it's like it connects to me better, if it makes sense.
The reason I'm asking, go ahead, girl. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Now, the reason why I'm asking this, and this, I know you're calling on behalf of the woman Ebony. Ebony, I hope you're still listening down in Tennessee. But Ebony have a hard time and this, even as I'm sitting here, I'm like, I didn't even know how to answer that question, because we have no men their age are talking to them because they all want the younger chicks. And here you have yourself and you got Ebony, two back-to-back young ladies in their early 30s who, Ebony is like, I can't even find an older man. And you're like, yo, when I was out there, when I was doing my thing, I had older men. I didn't have a problem finding them. So to me, I really don't even understand how to answer this, because it's like the older women think that all the older men are coming after y'all, and you got Ebony who can't even find an older man. So it's just a weird like I don't need, like, Eb, the best I can tell you, girl, do what Rich said. Just approach one. Just approach, because clearly we could get 20 women who are above 40 years old who are going to say all of the men in their dating pool are going after women y'all age. Guaranteed. and she's saying she can't find one. I don't know, Eb. You need to just go out in the street. You know, go hang out where some of these older dudes hang out.
Yo, Sean, you know what we need to start doing? We talked about this before. I think it's about time to revisit that boys club mix and mingle.
Absolutely, right?
I think it's about time for us to do the boys club mix and mingle, bro. Where we start putting people together, where you put good people of substance together with people of substance, and we can start trying to make these connections.
I agree.
We want to help you all out. But all right, Maisha, it was a pleasure, baby. See you next week.
All right, pleasure with you guys. Have a blessed night.
Later, girl.
Yep. And now here it is, 2:30 in the room, 63 people trying to get in the chat. You want to do one more?
It's up to you. At this point,
You know what?
I just want to go
10
eat.
o'clock. It's 10 o'clock. Yo, once again, thank you all for tuning in. It's the Boys Club every Wednesday night, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. We appreciate y'all for checking in. Same next week, same time, same bad channel. Prayers, you got the last word.
This show will be up on Spotify, YouTube Music, iTunes, all of the places that you get your podcast from. It will be up tomorrow. It will also be on video tomorrow on our YouTube channel. Please head over and subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's called The Official Boys Club. All you have to do is type in Sean Prez, Richie Dollars, The Official Boys Club, and y'all will see us. Peace and love, y'all. We will see you next week.
Next Wednesday, see y'all. Prez, I hit you offline.